What's up, guys? Welcome to another Jake's Cobra video. Arma3 as always, but due to the great increase in interest on or by a lot of my friends that I play with in my unit and even outside of my unit, I've decided I'm gonna start making a tutorial on the Eden editor. You just saw how I came in, decided on which map I want to make my mission, which in this case was Malden, and here we are. Welcome to the editor. Now what I want to do is, for now, do mission editing pure vanilla. And the type of missions I'm going to concentrate on is basically your multiplayer co-op missions with Zeus enabled. That is going to be, and we're going to work ourselves up to including mods, including ACE, placing all those complicated ACE modules and ACE X and all those kind of stuff. But don't stress about that now. For now, all I want to do is basically show you how Eden Editor works. For now, the controls. This episode will be the controls. Now, as always, W goes forward, S goes backwards, A goes left, D goes right. Up is Q, lower is Z or Z, depends where you're from, what you call it. To move your cursor around, you hold in your right mouse button and you move your camera around. Now this is sometimes very handy, especially you want the angle, you want something to place a specific angle like this bush. You want to see what it looks like from all the sides, so you can move around to make sure everything is looking good. If you want to go faster, just to mention, the lower to the ground you are, the slower your camera is going to move. If you want to go faster, you have to go up. Okay? But you can also increase your speed with your left shift. Just hold your left shift in and you can go much faster. Hold the right mouse button and move around your camera and you can move wherever you want to. So if I want to move from here to the next mountain, I can just quickly go up, go down, and I want to place my next object or player or whatever down here. So that's the basic movement commands. Very simple, very similar to the game. Left menu here is your entities and locations. Okay, you can go to specific locations by double clicking here. You want to go to Howden, double click on Howden, it will take you there on the map. Okay, but when you editing, you're most likely going to use entities most. Now what are entities? Entities is anything you place additionally on the map. So if I go to NATO, ammo bearer, put him down, you will see under blue 4, it will tell me I placed down an ammo bearer. Anything you place on the map, if you put any like a airport's runway marker, it will be down there. Okay, so this is give you a list of everything you placed on the map. If there's nothing, it will be blank. If you want to hide the entities menu, just press E and you will see it disappears. If you want it back, just press E again. On the right hand side is your resources. F1 is your objects, F2 are your compositions, F3 are your triggers, F4 waypoints, F5 are your systems, and F6 are your markers. Or you can just left mouse button click on any of these. Okay, M is to go into your map or to go out of your map. Now, what's the difference between these? F1 for your objects, those are your single objects. This can be anywhere from your factions or section. What do they call it? Sides or factions. Blue 4, Op 4, independent, civilian. These are the guys that are either going to help each other or kill each other. Okay, and the last one is your props, like the runway marker that I placed. Okay, now F2 is your compositions. I can still go into my F4, my blue 4, my op 4, all that kind of stuff. But now instead of having to place one infantryman at a time, I can go air defense team and drop that down. And then you have a proper, almost a fire team squad there. Okay, so these are your compositions, things that are fitting with each other. You go mechanize. Oh, so by the way, if you want to open anything, just left click it. If you want to select anything like the rifle squad, left click, go into the map where you want it, left click again, and it will be there. Okay, very, very easy. And so yeah, these are combinations of troops and stuff that you would find easy to use. Those are your 3 or your 4 factions, including a civilian faction. Remember, this is total vanilla, no mods loaded. And then you've got your props, which are fences, buildings, all that kind of stuff. Okay, if you go to compositions, they will give me a civilian checkpoint for argument's sake, and we want to see what that checkpoint looks like. It's basically just 2 flags. But yeah, it gives you nice little compositions of objects. You can, for example, go to Guerrilla Camp. It's nice to do if you quickly do a Zeus mission, to use these same compositions. That has quite a few objects, as you can see on the left hand side, placed already. That's basically what compositions are. Okay, now if you want to, let's say you've placed these trees and these rocks and whatever, which you can do if you want to, but yeah, let's say you've placed these things and you want to see what it looks like without these pesky little menus, you go backspace. Backspace will take everything away. You can move around and just see how it will look for the players, or for the planes flying or the helicopters flying. If you want your menus back, just press backspace. That is a quick run through of how just to move around in the edit and stuff like that. Top, scenario, edit, view, that kind of stuff. Scenario, you will use a few of those. Edits, I don't use all that often. Views, obviously you can use a flashlight, that kind of stuff, see what it looks like, but I'll show you. I almost never use that. Attributes I use a lot. Tools I do use, but not very often. And this is if you want to run the thing on your computer and play and help. Self-explanatory what those are. Guys, I know it's very basic, but the whole idea of the series is basically, if you've never worked on the editor before, to help you from scratch, making a plain vanilla mission step by step, and working yourself up to including things like Ace X, different factions, whatever, changing loadouts, all that kind of stuff, using triggers, etc, etc. But those are things we're going to worry about later on in the series. For now, I'll probably be able to do like 1 video a week. So make sure, if you want to learn more about the editor, to bash that subscribe button, and so you can get notifications of whenever I do more on the how to use the editor series. Guys, I hope this little bit helped you. I know it's very basic, but I'm sure there's some people that don't even know this yet, and we're going to step it up. Next one, I will, like I said, I'm going to concentrate on making missions with Zeus enabled, basically multiplayer co-op missions. That's the kind of stuff I love to enjoy. I'm playing Arma because I want to play with other people. I'm not going to concentrate on scripting too much. We will run a small script here and there, maybe to have it do an AI do a specific animation or stuff like that, but we'll get to those. Guys, hope to see you all in my next few videos. Enjoy Arma. Cheers. See you in the next one.